everybody, it's Abigail Oakhill here and welcome back to another Wip and Chat. Now, if you're new here, Wip stands for Work in Progress. Now, today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm not actually working on anything. I'm actually kitting up my another project, and it is Diamond Art Club, and it is Lost Alice, and this came out at the Black Friday sale last year. I think it was last year it came out. And someone, I had a subscriber, I think it was, what's her name? She's got a YouTube channel, Emerald City Lights. I think that's her name. I'll look it up in the box below. But yeah, she said that she had been having some issues with her square kits from the Black Friday sale, and well, I said that I would give it a go. And so I thought, hey, how about today, instead of working on something, how about today we kit up? And that is exactly what I am doing right now. So apologies if you hear a lot of crinkling. That is just purely just because of me having to cut the bags open. I did a majority of the work last night. I actually got a lot of things prepared. Right, I do have, I think I counted 14 bags of 310. This is this black coal that I'm about to do now. There is a lot. I did think maybe I'd cheat a little and use the black for my stash, but then I was like, well, I did say that I would experiment, so we are going to use all the drills that are in this kit, that have come with the kit. But yeah, hopefully it won't be too long, but I hope you're all having a really good week whenever this gets to you. So yeah, I've had a rather interesting week, so I'll do a little bit of an update on Ethan. So as I said last week, he's done his ACL, and oh well, I spilled some black. That's not a big issue. I've got so much black anyway. He's done his ACL, and they were obviously trying to talk between governments about whose priority it was to, who was going to be doing the surgery for him, which country, because he is deployed abroad, and basically they decided that he's going to have his op over here, and then they have about, I think he said, a 3-month recovery, something like that. Oh my gosh, I'm really sorry for bumping you. So yeah, that's what's going on with him. So he had his pre-op consultation, I think it was yesterday, and then on the 1st he is going to have his actual surgery. So yeah, he had to go and see the consultant and everything, and then yeah, so it's basically, we're going to see how it goes. He may need to have further surgery, I don't know, it depends how the operation goes and everything. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you that quick update. So like I say, this week it's been fairly interesting. So I think we should get in to work. We'll get into the boring bit first. So for those of you who are new, hi, I'm Abigail. I work at a well-known cinema company in the UK. And due to obviously the current pandemic, we're obviously all back, but we're on limited staff. So there are sometimes about 5 of us. There is a maximum of 5 people, well, 5 team members at work at one time. But now, as of today, it's Thursday when I'm recording this, Fast and Furious has come out, so obviously our numbers are going to be going up a bit. But no, last week was interesting because I had to effectively run one area, the area that I was stationed on Thursday. I effectively had to run that by myself because, you see, it being busy, so we'd had mad rush in, and basically it meant that we had to pop. So if you don't, so I know I haven't mentioned that term before, but as you know, we're a cinema, we have popcorn. So when I say someone had to pop, it basically means that someone had to pop popcorn. There we go. A little bit of a sound for you. So yeah, the opener of the area that I was on, which we call floor, he had to go and pop. So yeah, I was like, okay, right. So that basically left me alone. And then my other people came in. So I had someone come in at 3. I think it was. Was it 3? Yeah, it was 3. No, I was the person that was in at 3. Oh my gosh. Was I the person that was in it? Yeah, I was the person that was in at 3. Yeah. No, so I was in at 3. And then I had someone in at 5. But we had stock, so I was by myself again. So I was basically running around doing screen checks, toilet checks, sanitization, everything under the sun. And then I was like, okay, right, he's doing that'll be fine. I'll be fine until 6 when I have someone in. Woohoo, I'll have somebody in with me. No. Wrong! I did not have someone in with me. Yes, they came in at 6. However, they had to take over one of my colleague that was popping. So I've got one person dealing with deliveries, one person doing popcorn, and there's me all by myself doing screen checks, cleaning screens, etc., etc. And I am running around like a headless chicken. I kid you not. I was having to run from like every area, and of course, because I'm a person that does ice cream, they don't come in until 3. No, not 3. They don't come in until 5. I was having to effectively run 2 areas by myself. So I had to run the ice cream stand and floor. So yeah, you can imagine trying to serve ice cream, check people are using the pick and mix stuff correctly. Oh my gosh, I have stories about that, and we'll get onto that. Making sure people are using the scoops correctly. Yeah. So, like I say, a majority of our customers need a few more brain cells than they actually have. And I'm being serious when I say that. They actually do need more brain cells. Because there's very clear signage saying this is where you put your scoop. Please wash your hands. And then after you finish your scoops with your pick mix scoops, this is where you put them. And we're also pointing it out to them as well. We're like saying, yep, when you're finished, just pop it in there. La 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 la. There we go. Sorted. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. It's not sorted. It is not sorted. Because guess what? People go and they put the scoops back from where they found it. So then, you know, we're obviously sanitizing them once an hour due to the current pandemic. And oh God, I tell you that people just do not read. They do not read. And so what happens is, and now my cat wants to go out, excuse me. And we're back. Sorry about that. Midnight decided she wanted to go out. I've got a lovely picture that I took of her earlier when she was asleep. But anyway, as I was saying about the pick and mix, yeah. Like I say, our customers need a little bit more intelligence to work our pick mix scoops. And I mean it, because so obviously due to the current pandemic, I'm probably repeating myself, we obviously have to you know, sanitize everything hourly. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm making such a mess. So we have to sanitize everything hourly. So you can imagine how annoying it gets when, say, you have just sanitized the scoops and then you've got some people, you've told them how it works, and then you see them, you can see what they're going to do, and you're just going, no, 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 no. Damn it. And then you have to re-sanitize all the scoops. And I was on the ice cream area a couple of days ago. Forgotten when. It might have been Saturday. I can't remember exactly when it was, but I know I was on it recently. And like, I had to, no word of a lie, I had to sanitize those scoops 3 times in 1 hour, because I would explain to them, then I go and deal with another customer, because obviously it's the pick mix stand and the ice cream stand, and then you'd see them and you'd be like, no, 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 and then yeah, they then try and put it back in the correct place, but it's like by then the damage has been done. They've already like contaminated the scoops, and it's just not fun. It's just horrible, because you're like, great, I've just done that, and now you've just basically made my life more fun by effectively giving me a job that I didn't really need to do in the first place. So yeah, but yeah, like I say, I was basically being 3 people at once last Thursday. So yeah, well, I had one person dealing with deliveries, I had one person doing the popping, I had, yeah, and that was it. So, like I say, I was running around doing screen checks, toilet checks, cleaning screens, etc, etc. Uh-oh, I just dropped something. Sorry about that. I've just lost a label, so I'm just gonna have to bring my thingy over. That's the issue. These are they so easily get lost. I bet you after this I'll find it and I'll be like, ugh. Oh no, I didn't mean to print that. That wasn't what I meant to print. Oh, yeah, so 9, 6, there we go. Right, there we go. And yeah, so because of where I was like running around being all these people at once, I did have my supervisor saying, oh, why can't you get someone else to do it? And I'm like, because everyone else is busy. Genuinely, everyone else was busy. I couldn't ask the people at concessions to help me because they were dealing with their own stuff. And one of them was also helping my person, one of my floor people, do the delivery. And actually, that person that was helping, that was on concessions, he's actually our new, he's our new team leader, and I think he's going to be very good at it. So, yeah, I was basically running around. I got my break at about 7 in the afternoon, 7 in the evening even, and I had to say to my person, because he was in the foyer dealing with the delivery, saying, hey, can you do these screens because they're coming out, I'm going on my 15. So then I sat down for 15 minutes, well, probably about 10 minutes, because I did go and get something to eat as a snack. So I got that, and then I came back and he said, oh, I'm really sorry, but I wasn't able to do those screens because people were still coming out just as you came back. And I was like, oh, for God's sake, are you serious? So yeah, then I had to do those 2 screens and do everything else. And then finally the time was 7:45. So I had an hour until I went home. A whole hour until I, well, not a whole hour. I had an hour and 15 before I went home. And I finally got my people back. So first person that came back was the person that had been popping the popcorn since the opener had left. And I tell you what, I have never in my life been so pleased to see another person. I was ecstatic because I saw him coming over. Well, I didn't see him coming over, but he came up behind me and he said, is there anything that needs doing? And I just turned to him and said, are you back? And he was like, yeah, I'm back. And I said, oh, thank God. And I was basically sending him around doing a whole load of checks, bless him. And I tell you what, I was very, very tired after that shift for very obvious reasons. You know, I was running around like a headless chicken half the time. I really was. Oh my gosh, it was such a mad shift. It really was. I honestly could not quite believe how much running around I'd done and how much I was sweating until I basically got home. But no, when my colleague that was doing the pop-in, when he came over, it was just like, oh, thank God, I don't have to run around so much. So, yeah, we were doing all that fun stuff. And yeah, after that, the rest of the shift went quite smoothly. And then the next day, I think I was opening next day. Can't remember. Or am I? No, I was doing the same shift. But no, we didn't have to pop, thankfully. But I was saying to my colleagues, you know, I'm on vacation mode at the moment. I'm tired from yesterday. And I mean, I really was. Friday, I was shattered. I was just done for. I honestly could not quite believe how tired I was. It was just like someone had run at me at full force and I'd just gone flying back. It was interesting. Right, I'm hoping this is going to fit in, that this pink colour is going to fit in. So, but if it doesn't, then I will swap it to one of these. I may possibly be pushing it a little bit with this one, but you know, you never know. Hopefully we might get lucky. If not, then that's okay. Might be. Oh my gosh, spilling things everywhere. I should have put this in a bigger container, shouldn't I? Hindsight, how it is a wonderful thing. Oh my gosh. Right, what I'm going to do is I am actually going to pop it in this one. Just because it is just, I've packed it as tight as I can. But I honestly, it's not going to close, so. Put all the pink back. Also, if I do, you know, kind of run out, I do have spares. So, you know, it's not a bad thing. And I also have spare containers as well. So, you know, it's not as though I'm completely stretched for stuff. But yeah, so. Yeah, that was my, that's been my whole thing. Yeah, the rest of work has been incredibly uneventful. Honestly, there's been no drama, no ID. Yeah, I've had a fairly what'd you say? I've had a fairly relaxed week, possibly. Hey, that will fit. Okay, that's good. I always like it when I have containers that are gonna fit. So, yeah, that is the whole thing with work. Also, actually, I should add this in. One thing that I like to do before work is if I'm doing like a close or a weird shift, what I like to do is I like to go in a little bit early and diamond paint. So last week, I started, one of my little smaller diamond paintings. Wow, there is actually quite a bit of trash so far that I've noticed. So I can see that there's like a black one that's broken. I mean, seeing a little bit of trash before you start, that's normal, but that's a little bit different. So that's already my first observation, that there is already, when I'm pouring this in, there's quite a bit of trash, but I do have spares. So if, say, we do come into an issue where I need the spares. We have it. There we go. But yeah, that has been the whole tea from, that's been all the tea from work so far. Right. That's 12, 13. I think where these will go. I think this one might fit in that one. I'm going to pop that there, and then this one is definitely going to need one of these larger ones. Apologies for talking to myself, but this is honestly how I kit up. I will always kind of talk to myself and be like, right, what do I need? What do I need on this bit? What do I need on that bit? La la la. So yeah. But no, like I was saying, I started a kit. It's called Pony Ladybird, and this kit is one of those discontinued kits. Yes, I have a lot of discontinued kits. Like I say, I am obsessed with Diamond Art Club, and I still need to record that unboxing of those paintings that I got, because I haven't done it yet, and I need to. But yeah, no, that's basically what's going on with that, and I can't wait to finish it, because I think that one is going to be one of those ones that's quite interesting, because I have added some ABs to it, because there weren't a lot of ABs. ABs are the accent drills, so for example in this one, look, you can see they've got that coating compared to these ones. They don't have that coating, and that's what makes them shine a little bit brighter. Anything, yeah, well, it's not anything else. I've got a lot to do. Well, I've got quite a bit to talk about actually today. So then I actually had, did I have a day off on? No, I was closing on Saturday. Yeah. Yep, no, I was closing Saturday, so I actually saw my nieces on Saturday, so you've heard about them. I think I'm going to put that one into a small container, because I'm pretty sure that will fit. If it doesn't, then okay, cool. That's always good when you think something's not going to fit and then it does. There we go. So yeah, I saw my nieces and it was really fun. So Esme, as you know, or some of you might not, I have a bearded dragon. His name is Erwin. I'll pop a little photo of him up here. And yeah, she actually touched him for the first time. Obviously, with my supervision, I made sure that she was safe and everything. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna downgrade that one. So yeah, that was that. And while my brother Steve and my niece Esme were up here, he put a very interesting proposition to us. Now, I was up for it, but I didn't know if Josh was going to be up for it. So basically, me and my fiance, Josh, we're getting married exactly 2 years today in obviously in 2023. due to the pandemic, we've obviously like pushed it back and everything. So yeah, we have a venue. We still need to go and look at it, but yeah, it fits our theme perfectly, definitely. Okay, that's going to need a big one. But yeah, basically, he was saying that when, the eldest of the two girls, Alex, when she is 10, so she'll be 9 when me and Josh get married. They're gonna go to Florida, and they're gonna go with his wife's family. And he asked if me and Josh wanted to come along, which I was like, I would love to, but because Josh is one of those people that is quite socially awkward, I thought, because it's going to be with Katie's family, so her mum, possibly her dad, and her sister and their daughter, possibly my brother's biological mum is coming. Yes, me and my 2 older brothers, we have different mothers. Same father, just different mother. So, yeah, that's how I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to move this a bit. And so, yeah, his mum might be coming, but yeah, he was like, yeah, do you and Josh want to come? And I said, well, I'd love to, but I'm going to have to ask about Josh, because he is the one that's like, you know, that would be the one that would say no out of the 2 of us. And so he was like, oh yeah, sure. So I got to work, and yeah, I said to him, hey, we've been asked to do this effectively a year after we've got married. Would you like to go with Steve and that lot to Florida? And he was like, oh my gosh, yes, I'd love to. And I was like, you sure? Because it will be with like Katie's family, so there will be quite a few people you don't know going on this trip. Are you sure you're okay with it? And he was like, yeah, it's Disney. So yeah, we're on board with that. And so yeah, also with our wedding, we've decided where we want to go for our honeymoon. We have decided that we want to go to Hawaii, which, you know, I'm looking forward to. That's a place I haven't been. I've been looking and seeing things that we can do. So hopefully we'll be able to go snorkeling and stuff. But yeah, I've said to him, okay, people will probably be thinking, why the hell are you going to Hawaii when I say this? I have a fear of sharks, but I fear sharks as much as I respect them. You know, when you're in the ocean, when you're in the water, you are in their territory. That is their domain. And kind of they have a right to sort of, you know, experiment and sort of see what you are. I know, like, some people are just like, oh, well, we should just kill all the sharks. However, if we killed all the sharks, we would have a massive problem, because then it would actually affect the whole food chain. The ocean really needs its sharks. And there are tiger sharks, and I believe there are also bull sharks around Hawaii. I know there are definitely tiger sharks. Oops, sorry. I keep bumping you. I do apologize. But yeah, that's basically we decided, and I said, right, okay, if we're going to Hawaii, I am going to be placing some incredibly strict rules, because I don't want to lose you on our honeymoon. And yes, that has happened to one couple before, where they were on their honeymoon, and they'd been married for, I think it was like 10 days or something, and her husband was killed by a tiger shark. And I was like, I do not want that happening to you. So therefore, I'm having very strict rules when we're swimming in shark infested waters. And when I say they're strict, I mean they are strict. I am going to be very strict with like what times we swim. So sharks are genuinely active during dawn and dusk. That's when they go and hunt. That's when the visibility gets low. And I said, we are not swimming at dawn or dusk. That is a no-no. That is a way for you to become shark food. I was like, so he was like, yep, cool, fine, that makes sense. And also, if the water's murky or cloudy, we are not going swimming. Because, again, sharks like to operate in low visibility conditions. So, yeah. And, yeah, it's going to be, hopefully, it'll be a really nice trip. Like I say, I'm certainly looking forward to it. But yeah, Josh has never been on a plane before, and that's going to be a really long flight, especially for your first one. I kind of hoped that he was going to go for something a little more closer in a way. But yeah, no. So that is where we're going for our honeymoon. And as crazy as it sounds, if I had the opportunity to do like scuba diving with tiger sharks, I would. I really would. And also, I learned something with this, if you're swimming in shark waters, is loads of people tend to freestyle. However, the best thing for you to do is actually to do breaststroke, because then you're not making so much commotion at the surface, because obviously, think about it, you're splashing around, that's attractive to a shark. But yeah, so that's my rules. And also, we won't be going too far out, just in case. But yeah, if like say if say we were snorkeling and there was a tiger shark in the area and we could see it from the boat, I would just be like, I think I would probably just say, hey, look, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm just going to observe it, because most likely it will be in hunting mode, and I don't want to be the first thing it sees and become its breakfast, its lunch, or its dinner. No, thank you. I might have to, hold up. I think I might have to decant this into a different tub, because I think this is just a little bit too small. Just a fraction too small, which is annoying. There we go. Just put it in a bigger tub. And again, I've got plenty of these, so it's not like a big issue if I kind of, I don't want to say I'm going to run out, but if say I did run out, then it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. So I think I'm gonna, because I may have to pop that one in that last one. Okay. So yeah, that is the honeymoon destination sorted, which is quite nice. So yeah, it's also with going to Florida with Steve, Katie, etc. That would be a 3-week trip. So yeah, I definitely want to do the Everglades, because that was something I didn't do when I went there as a kid, which I think we did really want to do, but we just unfortunately just didn't have time. So yeah, I really want to do the Florida Everglades completely. That's definitely up there on the I want to do this time around. Yeah, that's basically kind of that whole thing. So yeah, and also Steve was saying we're gonna probably rent a car and be in a villa for those 3 weeks, so that will be fun. Initially me and Josh were thinking about starting to think about having a family around that time, but I thought, hey, if we put this on hold for a year, then when we come back from America, we can basically, you know, talk about that later. So next, okay, a couple of nights ago I got a present from Misty. A very nice present, sort of. She brought in a mouse. It was still alive, and it's kind of, at first glance, the injury, it did look worse than it actually was. I'll be honest, it did look a lot worse than it actually was. It actually really wasn't kind of that bad in hindsight. It really wasn't. So what she'd done is she brought in a mouse. It was still alive. It was still alive, for anyone that was a little bit concerned where that story was going to go. The mouse was still alive. And so she brought this mouse in. She does being very pleased with herself. I'd seen her walk past the living room holding something, and I was just like, Misty, what have you got? And so she popped it down and meowed, and I was like, oh Misty, you clever thing, like, you know, giving her lots of praise, going, oh well done, thank you. And this thing, obviously the mouse, it was still alive, so I just gently picked it up, very gently, and just, you know, I showed my mum, I showed Josh, because, you know, I was quite flattered that she'd bought me a present. I really was. I was actually quite pleased that she'd bought me something. But yeah, it honestly, it looked worse than it actually was. So what had happened is, when she grabbed it, she'd removed, you know, part of the fur. So there was like a bald patch of skin, sort of at the backs. But originally I thought that kind of it was exposing something. However, when I was sort of thinking about it and looking back, I thought, actually no, she didn't ring me something that was, you know, that was gonna die. And yeah, she didn't bring it back in when I popped it outside. And Josh gave her a cuddle, saying, did you catch something? And then I basically played along and said, thank you, Misty, that was very tasty. because obviously when cats bring in something, I'm going to need to get this one of these. They're worried about you, so they go hunting for you. And so because I'd seen it, I just said, "Oh, thank you, Missy," and just said to her, "It's very tasty." And her eyes just went wide, like, "It was? Yay!" She was so happy. She was just purring, and the last couple of days she's just been completely all over, like, "I'm so glad you liked my present. I'll get you more." But like I say, obviously I didn't actually eat it, but don't tell the cat that. So then got a couple more things to talk about. I've actually nearly finished kitting this up. However, I may have to think of something else to do, because I've got a couple more stories to tell you before I let you go. So this might be a slightly longer whip and chat, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, because we've got Fast and Furious out, the 9th one. It's going to be quite busy, so I'm going to have to I'm trying to negotiate how I'm going to record videos next week. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this in, and I am going to clean this up, and I'm going to probably kit up my Flight of the Fireflies diamond painting, which I'm going to be doing in July. So I'll see you in a minute. And we're back for hopefully the final time. So yeah, I have a very happy cat at the moment, being very happy with herself that she caught something and in her mind wasn't taken straight outside, that it was actually eaten. But yeah, so the kit that I'm working on at now is, I decided not to do another kitten up, because I thought, oh, there's only so much you can do before it gets boring. So I thought that I would work on my pony, pony ladybird diamond painting. And yeah, as you can see, I haven't really got that far. I've done the first bit, but then haven't really done a whole load since, to be honest. I've just been, because this was in my locker for I think about 3 days, so therefore, you know, had to kind of make sure. So yeah, that was what I've been doing at work, and that was Misty's. So horse riding when was it? And on Monday even, I went horse riding, and yeah, we were jumping. So the way my lessons work is I'll do one flat lesson, and then the week after I'll do a jump lesson, and it rotates. So yeah, that was my week. So one of my things on my awards, I have my silver awards, the riding side that I'm working through. I've already done it on my bronze. So then I was doing my jump, and I had a horse called Bono. I've had him a couple of times. He's the one that's got the hackamore bit. Well, he's one of the ones that has the hackamore. As I said, I know I mentioned Boots a couple of weeks ago. He also has that hackamore bit. That's the one that doesn't have the bit that goes in between their teeth. That's the bit that they just feel the pressure on his nose. And so I was doing that, and everything, it was a fairly uneventful lesson. However, I did manage to do the jumps in canter. So, yeah, kind of proved to myself that I could do a lot more than I kind of maybe thought I could, because in all fairness, I never thought that I would be able to do a jump. Well, I didn't think I would yet be doing jumps in canter, but yeah. So that was a really great lesson. Also, today, as I say, it's exactly 2 years before me and Josh get married. It's also, today is my grandfather's birthday. He's 92 today, and we went out for lunch. We went to one of the local pubs and had kind of, the pub food, as it were. But it was really nice because I had my mum's siblings were there, so my uncle Chris and her older sister Diana. My mum is the youngest of 3. And I am the youngest out of my dad's 3 children. But I'm my grandparents' only grandchild. Well, I only have one grandparent now. But yeah, so that's a thing. But yeah, no, it was just a really nice lunch. It was just nice to be able to see kind of people face to face again, because my uncle would have been coming down for Christmas, but however, because he lives in London, and that was when all the kind of tier regulations were in. So in the UK, he was in tier 4, and basically the people that were in tier 4 over Christmas, they could not leave their designated area, basically. So my uncle was stuck in London over Christmas, but he had big bottle of champagne from what we could see over Zoom, so that's good, I guess. But I also had a driving lesson today, and this is the last bit. So I had my mock test. Had a mock test today, and it was the best I'd done. I still failed it. And do you want to know why I failed it? I failed it because of a bloody pigeon. Yep, that's right, you heard me. I failed it because of a pigeon. It was sat on a speed bump, and in all fairness, I was going a little bit too fast. But yeah, he was sat, he or she, this pigeon was sat on a speed bump. I was going a little bit too fast, and so my instructor had to take control. And yeah. So, and he was basically and the pigeon was effectively sitting on the speed bump just laughing at me. And yes, it was alive. If you ask, I didn't hit the pigeon. Can you fail a test for accidentally hitting an animal? Because I don't know. I guess if, like, say it just ran out in front of you with no warning, I guess that wouldn't but mind you, it is the examiner's fault, and not the examiner's fault, it is the examiner's job even for him not to kind of have any, have any sort of accidents in the car, and that's why they have the dual controls. But yeah, so that's that whole story. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to talk about. I actually don't think that is. I think that's everything. So anyway, on that note, thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video, please hit the like button, leave a comment if you would like, and consider subscribing if you haven't already, or if you're new here. And I will see you all later. Take care, everybody. Bye.